Welcome back to Brodie Pod, episode 10. How's everyone doing? Matt, what's up?
Kind of a lackluster week, dude.
What do you mean lackluster week?
Sports-wise. I mean, mainly.
It was a great week.
Full football is kind of a little bit of a letdown, but hey, 10th episode, huh?
10th episode, yes. Be sure, if you're over on the YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe to the episode. Or if you're over on the Spotify, just go ahead and rate the podcast. Apple Podcast people, I don't know what you do, but appreciate you guys sharing the episode. Hey, go ahead and copy that link, send it to a friend, send it to your fantasy football group message. That's what I do. So shout out to our fantasy football, our group message. We actually just started a playoff start this next week. So I'm looking at you, Cole. I'm taking you out this week.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm very excited for playoffs.
Yeah, Matt, unfortunately,
it's rigged.
Came up a little short. It didn't make the playoffs this year. But you know what? He's building on for next year.
The loser bracket's all mine, dude.
Yeah, be sure if you want to stay up to date on the podcast. Maybe we'll put it out on Twitter or something if I end up going on a run in the playoffs or something.
I feel like that's a terrible look.
What?
For a sports podcaster to not be in the...
Hey, we talk about it all the time.
I think I'm gonna make the... Yeah. I feel like I'm pretty much...
Are you going to make it in your other league?
I'm fairly certain.
Yeah.
95% chance.
Multiple leagues, but... Yeah, be sure to stay up to date on the podcast. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, or Twitter at Brodie Pod. And we actually had a couple of our, I say a couple, one of the TikToks was doing really well. So shout out Jacob Rodriguez for Heisman. That won't be the only time you hear that this episode, but we're going to keep pushing it. And with that, Matt, we can get into our Brodies of the Week. You going to start us off?
No, you can start off.
No, I insist. You go ahead and start us off.
Right.
Mine go with something else.
Alrighty. First one is somebody who nobody listening will know. Hannah Hidalgo, a guard for Notre Dame women's basketball team.
Okay.
This past week against Akron. Shout out LeBron James.
Shout out LeBron.
She had 44 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and I don't know if you already saw the stat line.
I did not. I try to not look at your Brodies of the week.
Right.
You get my honest reaction.
I think now we should make just separate docs, honestly,
if
for
you
like
wanna,
our Brodies.
If you want to go ahead and make your separate doc, you feel free, man. But I'm gonna.
I mean, no, just for like stuff that we want like an honest reaction to.
Yeah, I'm hiding stats from you right now.
Okay, guess how many steals she had in this game?
I don't know. 5.
16.
Is that a record?
That is a record.
Okay.
Broke the previous record by 2. It was 14. And
is
also.
That just a women's basketball stat, or is that just college basketball in general?
Women's college basketball.
Okay, that's probably a men's.
I don't know
record
about
too.
I should have looked at that. If I was good at my job,
listeners, go ahead and look it up.
Yeah, also broke Notre Dame's single game scoring record with 44. So, I mean that's almost a 44
what was the
point.
Previous. Okay.
Who cares? It doesn't matter anymore.
Well,
it's not a record anymore, dude.
I should know how much she broke it by. Yeah, shout out Hannah.
Yeah, all right.
Hidalgo.
Hidalgo.
Shout out.
Oh, previous was 41. There you go.
Okay. So
previous was 41 in 2014. Okay. Beat it by 3. Shout out Hidalgo. Anyways, second one is also a Notre Dame player. Funnily enough.
I think you're trying to make up for all the Notre Dame fans.
This wasn't even on. This was just coincidence, bro. That's crazy. Just now noticed that. Anyways, Jeremiah Love, running back for Notre Dame. I mean, absolutely played belt to ass on Pittsburgh this last Saturday, but
yeah, unfortunately, Pittsburgh had college game day in their town. Aaron Donald's number was retired. They could have used Aaron Donald.
Dude, I don't even think
Aaron Donald.
He would have helped. Yeah,
Aaron Donald right now would have shut down Jeremiah Love.
Yeah. All right. Totals this far through the season: almost 1,500 total yards, 17 total touchdowns. Both rank top 3 in the country. In his last 3 games, he has scores of 94 yards, 48 yards, and 56 yards. They get a 92 or 94 yard in this past game.
I think I was just playing around with the stats earlier. I think the 94 is the second longest of anybody this season.
Did you see? I don't know if it was. Actually, I don't know if the 94 was his past game, but he had.
It wasn't his past game. It was previous, but
okay. I think the 56 was his past game. It was he had the nastiest spin move I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
it's just like instant.
You remember that clip from was it the college football playoff title game last year? Was it the semis? He had it was like one of the best runs in slow motion ever. Just like with all there was 10 people trying to tackle him. And no one could touch him. Or they were touching him, but he was just spinning out of it.
He's already surpassed last season's rushing yards that he had and 6 less games this year.
Wow. Because I think there was some talk that he wasn't off to the hottest start, and I think these most recent games he's really turned it on.
Yeah, I think he had 200 yards against lesser opponent a couple weeks ago. But
here comes the Notre Dame hate.
no, I think he's a dog. I think he should be in the Heisman race easily. I mean, he's their whole team. No, but this is just all love. All love. You get it?
You can't. I literally just said Jacob Rodriguez is our Heisman vote. You can't go around giving our Heisman vote.
I didn't. I said he should be in the Heisman race.
Yeah,
he
can be in the race. He just can't win.
He's by far the best running back in the nation. Arguably the best offensive player in the nation.
Not the best defensive player in the nation.
Heard it here first. Put him at linebacker.
I would say he wasn't even the best running back this week.
Put him at linebacker. See what happens.
It'd be Jacob Rodriguez got the Wildcat. We'll talk about that. This podcast is just going to turn into a Jacob Rodriguez podcast, but that's besides the point. Shout out Jeremiah Love and Hannah Hidalgo. There we go. Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Matt is a closet fan.
Sports are looking up for y'all, dude.
Even though Matt doesn't think you guys should be in the college football playoffs, he shouted out your players.
Not yet.
I'm biased. All right.
Get in a conference and then we'll talk.
Yeah, they should just join the ACC or something.
They would run that division or that conference.
Yeah, it's wide open. We'll get into that in our college football talk, but that kind of goes right in hand with one of my Brodies of the week. We're getting pretty good at these segues now, Matt. 10 episodes in, we're getting good at these transitions. My first Brodie of the week is North Texas, the University of North Texas, UNT, the Mean Green. They get their first AP poll ranking since November of 1959. Would you like to take a guess what their rank was in 1959?
Was it still top 25?
Actually, it was the top
out of 25?
20 back in 1959.
One.
They were 16, and that was 66 years ago or 1,032 polls ago. So there's been that many weeks of polls released, and they've just now gotten back into the rankings. They are ranked number 22 this week by AP poll. Yeah, shout out that. Matt, would you like to take a guess what other team was number 1 back in 1959? I got it up.
Alabama.
It was not Alabama. Alabama was not even in the top 20.
Ohio State.
Ohio State not even in the top 20.
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech not in the top 20.
LSU.
LSU was 3.
What is this year? What's the year?
1959.
OU.
OU not ranked in the top 20.
Who's good?
College football looked so different back then.
Who's Nebraska.
Nebraska not in the top 20. This is like a fun game of its own right here.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame not in the top 20.
I don't know that far back, dude. Texas?
Texas is number 2.
So I got 2 and 3?
Yeah, you got 2 and 3.
1? I don't know.
You're not going to get 1. I'll go ahead and stop you there.
Okay,
number 1.
I was trying to go out of the box with Nebraska.
Was the University of Syracuse.
I'm not getting
dominated
that.
1959.
I ain't getting that.
Yeah. Big orange. Also, Old Miss.
Shout out Carmelo Anthony, bro.
Old Miss is number 5 this week. In 1959, they were also number 5. And Georgia Tech is 15 this week. In 1959, they were also 15.
Really?
I just thought that was a crazy coincidence.
That is a little creepy, dude. But
yeah. So history repeats itself. North Texas finds itself back in the AP poll. We're going to find out, actually probably later in the episode, if the College Football Playoff Committee is going to put them in the top 25. But at least in the AP poll. And they could get it for the first time ever in the college football playoff rankings. Matt, my next Brodie of the week.
Yes, sir.
Josh Allen had himself an absolute day for the Buffalo Bills.
Yes,
Bills beat the Bucs in an epic game, 44-32. And Josh Allen had himself an even better day. Had 3 touchdowns passing and 3 touchdowns rushing. And
dude, the game started off abysmal for Josh Allen.
Yep.
I don't know if were you watching?
He had 2 interceptions in this game, yeah.
Yeah. One of them, he was like getting tackled in the end zone, about to get safety, and he just kind of chucks the ball forward and gets picked off.
Yeah, and so Josh Allen is the first player ever to have multiple games of 3 rushing touchdowns and 3 passing touchdowns. Matt, would you like to guess who the other player was? Quarterback.
Yes, I assume so. I mean, it's like Michael Vick.
No.
Is he going to be a notoriously rusher, like a...
You're not even in the right decade.
Is he known for rushing and being mobile?
It would appear so.
So no?
Well, I'll give you the year. It's 1954. Okay. It was Otto Graham.
Thanks. Yeah, I ain't getting that, brother.
Otto Graham did it in the 1954 NFL championship game where he threw for 3 touchdowns and ran for 3 as well. In the game, it was the Cleveland Browns defeated the Detroit Lions 56-10. And then I was playing around with this. And did you know, this is just a crazy stat to me. I was just seeing it where Otto Graham, if he played for the Browns. He did play for the Browns his entire career of 1946 to 1955. He was the quarterback of the Browns for both the AAFC and the NFL, winning 7 championships and appearing in the championship game every season he played. So if Otto Graham was playing football, he was playing in the championship game at the end of the season.
Mickey Mouse League back then, buddy.
He did beat the Buffalo Bills in one of those games.
He's playing the milkmen and newspaper boys.
From 1946 to 1950, he won the championship, and then he lost for 3 years, and then he won 2 more.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Absolutely incredible stuff. I think we've joked about it before, like one of the first episodes we did about Otto Graham and like some of the stats that he has, but it's just actually incredible. Like from 1950, here's Josh Allen, who's doing something that we think is the first time ever, but turns out Otto Graham did it back in the day. I would love to see if there's like any game film or something of Otto Graham, see his style of football. Yeah, it's probably like Wilt Chamberlain, like,
you know. His 100-point game.
His 100-point game that never really happened. This game was also, I guess this game against between the Bills and the Bucks could have also been my Brodie of the week. It was a scoregami, score 44-32. And anyone that doesn't know what a scoregami is, it's a score that has never happened in the NFL, even back when Otto Graham might have been playing. So there is a tracker that keeps track of these things. Matt, shout out to Matt. He's the one that tracked that down. He's the one that put it in the notes. I'm stealing his note right now, so I want to give him credit where credit is due.
I love scoregami, dude.
I also just had an honorary Brodie of the week, Sean Tucker. I didn't want to put him as my official Brodie of the week because I didn't win the game. But if you're in fantasy football and you picked up Sean Tucker and you're like, I'm just going to put this guy in my lineup. I need him. Jonathan Taylor's on a bye or something. Man, were you rewarded. He had 106 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns passing. And then he also had, 2 touchdowns rushing and a touchdown through the air receiving. Absolute career day from him. And I had to at least mention him. Matt, what do you think about Sean Tucker?
I think he's out to get me, dude.
Yeah, Matt was.
Let me just say this.
Yeah, break it down.
So this week, he absolutely goes off, drops like 30 plus fantasy points. Definitely eliminates me, shuts the door on my playoff hopes in fantasy.
Matt was playing against Sean Tucker.
Last year, his only other game where he's like done very well was against the Saints. He had like 140 yards last year against the Saints.
Oh, so he's done this before.
Yes, and it's against the Saints. That time, I'm a fan of. And he did this to me. It's personal now.
So if Sean Tucker's playing,
hate his guts.
And it's somehow linked to Matt, go ahead and bet the over on him.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Incredible stuff. With that, we will come back and we will do some of the headlines of the National Football League from Week 11. Let's talk about some of the headlines that were going around the NFL right now. Starting off with Ja'Marr Chase spitting on Jalen Ramsey. Ramsey then punched Ja'Marr Chase and was ejected. Who's in the right here? Apparently, this is a new thing in the NFL. Just start spitting on guys or something.
Shout out Jalen Carter. He started it.
Jalen Carter,
First game of the season.
I think Dax was like, wasn't really like on purpose. This one, like, and it was crazy.
Dak was like 10 feet away from him.
Yeah, and the media asked Ja'Marr Chase after the game, like, did you spit on him? He's like, no. He just blatantly lied, and then
even though
comes out later, it was on 4K.
No, there's dozens of cameras recording every single player. The entire game, you're just gonna lie.
Yeah,
like they're not gonna have a recording of it.
Yeah, the Bengals got stomped out by the Steelers in this one, 34-12, and actually it came out today what the suspension is for Ja'Marr Chase. So he is going to be serving a 1-game suspension without pay. He's going to miss his weekly paycheck of $448,000, along with a $58,000 per game bonus. I guess he gets just for playing in the games. Absolutely blow to the bank. But Matt, do you think the 1-game suspension and the fine is enough, or do you think it should have been more?
I mean, that's probably right. He's not going to miss that $500,000. That's crazy to say that, but it's not going to hurt him.
Yeah, I mean,
the 1-game suspension. It's not like the Bengals are fighting for division lead or a playoff spot.
No, but it's going to hurt because guess who's rolling into town next week? It's the Patriots. We'll get into that game a little bit with our picks and previews, but
which makes an easier win for them, I guess. They're probably already going to win anyways, but
yeah, I mean, now it's kind of like just chalk. I mean,
you kind of got to make an example at this point.
Yeah, that's what I think they should have done. Honestly, it should have been more. It sucks if you have them on your fantasy team because you just got them back after a bye week. I think it should have been. I heard people say it should have been 2 games, should have been more money. I don't know. I think the game's right. 1 game, sure, but I think you should have fined him at least $1 million. He's making $44 million a year. And like you said, he's not going to miss that $500K from this one
Oh,
game.
but that's still a lot.
No, but you shouldn't be spitting on someone.
I
That is
agree.
like one of the most disrespectful things you can do to another man. Jalen
Yes.
Ramsey was in every right to go ahead and throw a haymaker his way. If someone walked
agree.
up to you and spit on you, it's hands on sight.
I think that's enough, though.
What?
That's good enough.
What? Oh, he's apparently appealing the suspension
Yeah, he ain't gonna win
and the
that.
fine. Yeah.
I think Joe Burrow's got to sit him down and have a heart-to-heart with that fella. You know, I kind of, I'm not saying I agree with what he did, but like I can assume the frustration of the season kind of boiled over for him, I guess. But obviously, there's no excuse for that.
Yeah, and just on the receiving side, like what he finished this game with, I think he had 3
Poor
catches
game.
for 30 yards. So I think
Jalen Ramsey shut that brother down.
Yeah, I think Jalen Ramsey got the final laugh in this one, but it was just crazy and in real time to like lie to the media, say no, I didn't spit on him. It comes out, it's in 4K, Ultra HD. You can see the loogie come through the face mask on Jalen Ramsey. It's actually insane that he thought maybe like, no, I didn't do it. Just interesting. But yeah, they won't have him next week against the Patriots, and they're gonna definitely be. The Bengals season wasn't over. It's probably over now. I know Joe Burrow came out last week and said he wants to play Thanksgiving against the Ravens. And I guess he's going to have a fresh Jamar Chase for that. So we'll see. Moving into the next storyline here. Shedeur Sanders finally got to play. I think before we started doing this podcast, I said he'll play eventually at some point in the season. I thought it was going to be towards the end of the season, but Dillon Gabriel was concussed in this game against the Ravens. And Shedeur Sanders comes in, goes 4 for 16, 47 yards, no touchdowns, and an interception in his NFL debut.
Yeah.
Shedeur came out after the game and says, I don't think I played good at all. He said also,
no kidding, my boy.
He also said that this was the first time he's thrown to Jerry Jeudy all season, so he's looking forward to getting more reps with him at practice. I don't know if if Dillon Gabriel's still out. I imagine he has to go through concussion protocol, and he'll probably be out for this next week of games. So
Yeah. I mean, it only took the Browns trading their starting quarterback and their second string getting a concussion for him to get some playing time.
Yeah, and also I think wasn't Kenny Pickett there to start the season? They got rid of him as well. So
yeah,
I mean
they've put Deshaun Watson on like season-ending IR or something.
Okay, so he was the 4th quarterback at the start of preseason, and now he's making his start for the Browns. I believe he's going to make his start next week.
I mean, in all fairness, obviously 4 of 16, 47 yards and a pick is horrendous.
Yeah,
but like he said, this was his first time throwing to Jerry Jeudy, so he's obviously not getting reps with the first team in practice, the starters. So it's kind of understandable getting thrown into that type of situation.
And I saw people dogging on him, man. And listen, I think let's not forget, it's the Cleveland Browns. Everyone knows the meme. We're the Cleveland Browns. We punt. It wasn't like there's a reason Dillon Gabriel was concussed. I didn't see the exact play, but I imagine the offensive line play has been kind of horrific for the Browns. They have Myles Garrett, and that's about it.
Who had 4 sacks in this game, by the way.
Yeah, 4. That's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And they still lost 23-16 to the Ravens. And honestly, like the Ravens defense, it's not. They were hurt to start the year, but now they're finally healthy. I don't know if you saw did you see the Kyle Hamilton celebration after they sacked Shedeur? They did the watch celebration.
Oh,
yeah, it was like a welcome to the NFL moment. I was like, whatever. I saw Deion Sanders said that he called Shedeur after the game, said he was proud of him, just getting able to start in the NFL. Probably.
Yeah, he's pissed.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough being thrown into a game like that, especially against the Ravens. You come in probably actually cold, like you haven't played. I think it was like the second half too.
It was second half against a good defense too.
Yeah, there's been talks that everyone said in college, like he holds the ball too long. You got to get out quicker. He's taking some sacks. I think that's true, but I think like as he gets more reps, he's going to be quicker at it. It's hard to overreact after one game. I know I did it to Dillon Gabriel, and I didn't think Dillon Gabriel was that much better than Shedeur. I think he's just gotten more action.
I think they're both just not it.
No, I don't think the Browns are hoping anything out of that, but it was exciting to see him come in.
And this upcoming draft, I think, even though they drafted 2 quarterbacks this past draft, that's not going to stop them from drafting another one.
I mean, what's the job? They have unlimited bench spots on the depth chart.
Fill the roster with quarterbacks till you finally get somebody who's worth it. Also, did you see? I guess it came out today. I put it in the notes. His house Shedeur Sanders' house got broken into while he was at the game.
I saw you put something in the group message about it.
Dude, they took I don't know the specifics with one guy, probably multiple. They took $200,000 in property, his belongings.
They steal his watch?
While he was...
His watches?
Probably. I don't know. But while he was out there throwing for 4 of 16 and an interception, they were robbing him, dude. I was talking about kicking a man while he's down.
Gotta hate to see that. I mean, it's like, I'm happy that he finally got to play a little bit, like in an actual game, not a preseason game. But he didn't play well, and then, like you said, he gets robbed. Like that might be the worst day someone's had.
Because that was kind of a big thing last season. You know, Joe Burrow's
house was getting broken into.
Yeah. And like the FBI actually got involved because it wasn't just Burrow, it was like multiple NFL players.
I want to know. This probably isn't a good thing to look up now, but like where he's living, like you'd think like these NFL players would have a little bit of security on their houses.
Yeah, I think Burrow was like I don't think it was like a townhome or something like that.
Well, Burrow had
it's not like they're living in like gated communities, I don't think.
Wasn't it like the model Olivia Ponton was house sitting for him and someone came in, broke in while she was there?
Yeah, that was one of the times.
And that's how it came out. Like people found out like they were involved or something together.
That's crazy.
So was there anyone at Shedeur's house when it was getting robbed?
Probably not.
Does he have any dogs?
Apparently not.
What if he had a dog and they just like came in and stole his dog and he goes 4 for 16, loses the game for the Browns? That would be unfortunate. So we'll see Shedeur Sanders. Hopefully he's getting more reps with Judy, and hopefully his house is going to have security for his next game. I did see that they're playing the Raiders next week. And they're going to be at Las Vegas. So if there's anyone listening to the podcast,
this would be the time.
Don't.
This would be the time.
Shedeur.
If there was a time, this should probably be the time.
There's probably nothing left. They sold $200K, whatever.
You think that's it? Think that's all he has?
Well, I bet it's going to be locked up now.
No, there's going to be something left out. FBI, I'm just kidding. Please.
Yeah, this is a parody podcast.
I would never, unless
we're going to talk about the next thing here.
Sure, man.
Are they making the playoffs? Chiefs lose to the Broncos 22-19, and this was a big game. They probably won't win the division now. I saw if they would have won this game, they had a 37% chance to win the AFC West. But since they lost, they now have a 9% chance. And this is a first time for Chiefs fans, probably in a long time. It's a first time for Patrick Mahomes in his era ever. But it's the first time they've had multiple losing streaks in a single season, a record of 500 or worse through 10 games, which they're now 5-5, and they're 3 games back behind first place in the AFC West. The Kansas City Chiefs previously have won 9 straight AFC titles, US titles. The only longer streak of winning like the division titles was the Tom Brady, Bill Belichick Patriots. I think it was 13 in a row. So that's in jeopardy. All that said, the Chiefs still have the 3rd best odds to win the Super Bowl at plus 800. I believe it is the Eagles and the Rams above them. And like I said, the Chiefs are 5-5. The Jags currently are in the last wild card spot at 6-4. But remember that they now have the head-to-head win over the Chiefs. So if there's any type of tie there, they'll lose the tiebreaker to Jacksonville. And the Texans and Ravens are also at 5-5. And the Ravens look like they're clicking at the right time. They got Lamar back. They're finally getting healthy.
Yeah, what is that, 4 in a row for them? They were 1-5, right?
I can look that up for you right now.
It's either 3 or 4 in a row.
Thanks for putting me on the spot, Matt.
I mean, I'm pretty certain
Baltimore Ravens have won 4 in a row.
So, I mean, they're probably winning, definitely going to win NFC North. So it'll be Steelers dropping down into that wild card, that wild card race. Well, what is it, top 7?
Yeah, top 7.
In each conference. So, I mean,
first seed gets a bye.
Yeah, they're 9 right now behind Texans, 5-5, Jags, 6-4. It's looking like Broncos are going to win that division. So they also have to get through the Chargers. We're 7-4.
And the Chiefs do get to play the Chargers again. Their remaining schedule is they play the Colts at home, and then they're at the Cowboys for the Thanksgiving game. Also, shout out, by the way, Post Malone is performing at the halftime for that.
Shout out the GOAT.
Shout out the GOAT. Has a new song dropping this Friday with Big X the Plug called Cold. I am wishing it was Friday already.
Hey.
Gonna be blasting that little shout out there.
I'm the biggest, the largest.
I'm from Texas. Speaking of which, they're going to be playing the Texans at home, and then they have the Chargers at home, and then they go to the Titans. Go ahead and chalk that one up to a win. And
dude, that's actually some really big games.
Yeah, and then the Broncos at home, and then at the Raiders. Go ahead and chalk that one up as a win as well. But people are saying this game against the Colts next week could be the nail in the coffin for the Chiefs. They would drop them to 5-6.
I don't think so.
Chargers. Broncos are on a bye this week. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to write off the Chiefs just yet.
You can't. You can never write off Mahomie.
Just hanging with my homies.
Is this like, I was going to ask, what's the most losses he's had
in a
since
season?
he's been a starter? Yeah. I mean, it
Let
can't
me
be more
see.
than like 6 or 7 or something like that. Surely he's never lost more than 7. There's no chance.
No, I don't think that's close. I'm looking it up real quick.
Might be 5 or 6.
Since becoming the full-time starter, Mahomes has only had a single season in which he lost 6 games in 2023.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to say, yeah. So, yeah, I mean,
the AFC's kind of stacked.
It's going to be a
game, battle for that. And now we're seeing that Jacksonville Jaguars game meant a lot more at the beginning of the season. It was like, I don't know if it was at the beginning. It was like
the Broncos only had 1 touchdown this game.
It was the 5th game, 6th game.
Will Lutz had 5 field goals. I mean, you just got to, they only had 22. Surely.
No, like the Chiefs had so many opportunities to win this game.
Like, Denver's
defense was making Mahomes work, but I mean, like a couple of drives just stalled and they didn't get any points. I think the first quarter of football, I think it was like 3-3 or something, or 6-3. Yeah, the score at halftime was 6-6. Like it was an absolute barn burner.
I mean, the Broncos have won 7 straight, but they've had kind of an easier path.
Broncos, that's another team where I'm like, they seem like a fake team to me. They seem like a team like they're not gonna...
I mean, I'm looking here. Since their second loss, Bengals blew them out, beat the Eagles by 4, beat the Jets by 2, beat the Giants by 1, blew out the Cowboys, beat the Texans by 3, beat the Raiders by 3, beat the Chiefs by 3. So they could easily be a much worse record.
And I think it was like...
But they're just squeezing out these, close games, which I guess is impressive, but also not sustainable, I don't think.
It would also, like, you say, like, the Broncos are squeezing out these close games. The Chiefs have, like, not been winning the games that normally they pull out. Like, normally when it's, like, a close game, you're like, oh, well, Patrick Mahomes has the ball last. They haven't even been getting the ball at the end of these games. Like, the Broncos were able to pretty much put this one away. I don't know. There might be a little bit of panic in Kansas City. I know some Chiefs fans are already, like, burying the season. But, like, I tell you what, if they get in as a wild card team, who wants to play Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs on the road?
Chip on their shoulder?
Yeah.
As well. However, I mean, if there's one guy I want on my team when it looks like all is lost and it looks like you have no hope, there's only one guy, really.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
Which was, it made this game even crazier. He says, like, Andy Reid coming off a bye. I don't think he had ever lost, ever. And then the Chiefs were coming off a bye in this one. They ended up losing this game. This was a game that they had to win. And you thought, sure, they're going to figure out a way to win this game. And they just weren't able to pull it out.
You would think looking at the Broncos scoring, you would think they would have won, giving up 1 touchdown, holding the Broncos to 5 field goals instead of 5 more touchdowns.
Right.
That's only 22 points. That's nothing for them.
Yep. I think it was a walk-off field goal they won on.
Shout out Big Nuts Lutz, dude. Saints legend.
They're
just the New Orleans Broncos at this point, dude.
Let me ask you this, Matt. If the Chiefs don't make the playoffs, are Travis and Taylor going to call off the engagement?
Travis might retire, but...
Surely they got to push the wedding back a year. Is it time for Travis Kelce to retire? I saw he just passed Priest Holmes for the most touchdown receptions as a Chief.
Priest Holmes, the running back?
Yeah, it's just the most touchdowns in Chiefs history.
Really?
84th career touchdown. It's the most in Chiefs history, passing Priest Holmes.
Shout out, dude.
Yeah, he did have an absolute incredible touchdown.
Yeah, what is he, like 37?
I think he's 36. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's time. He's been looking good, though, this year.
Yeah, he's looking great this year.
So, but still, I think it might be. He's about to settle down, maybe pop out a couple kids, whatever.
Not before Taylor does the halftime show. Once he retires, I think the year after she'll do the halftime show for the Super Bowl. Then maybe start having kids. There's our Swiftie talk for the week.
Shout out, dude.
Shout out Swifties. They probably, last year they got to join the Chiefs and they got to see a run to the Super Bowl. Actually, it was the year before that, right? How long have they been dating? Didn't they win the Super Bowl when they were like first announced dating? They did.
Yeah.
And then last year they came up short, and then this year they may not make the playoffs. The Swifties are finally going through the ebbs and flows of being a football fan.
Yeah. It's good vocab.
Yeah, what, ebbs and flows? Yeah. Do it next thing?
That's enough of the Taylor Swift, man.
That's enough of the Chiefs talk. Chiefs, we'll see. This next game, I think, means everything. If they lose to the Colts, season's over. If they win...
Okay. Oh, it doesn't, dude. What do you mean season's over?
I don't
At
think they're
5
making
and
the wild
6,
card.
season's over at 5 and 6.
Gotta beat the Colts.
You kidding? No, they don't.
Gotta beat the Colts.
They
And
lose
the
this
Cowboys.
game, they could make the playoffs with 7 losses.
They have to go 1-1 in the next 2 games.
They could be 10 and 7, make the playoffs as a wild card.
Mm.
I mean, there's very little margin for error at this point. You can't lose more than 2.
I mean, they're gonna need some help. AFC is good this year, man.
But they're right there though. They're a game out of the wild card right now.
I think the Jaguars are gonna fall apart though somewhere.
I mean, they should have. I don't even know what happened this week with that.
Beat the brakes off the Chargers.
Yeah, who saw that? Nobody.
We didn't see that. We both picked the Chargers.
I mean, 35-6.
That was a beatdown.
Shout out T-Law.
Shout
out Facial Tootin.
Not shouting out Brian Thomas Jr.
Tootin was toting that rock, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they just don't need BTJ. Just get him out of there. He's a cancer.
I've put him on my injury reserve for fantasy going into the playoffs.
Dude, have you seen? There's this TikToker that makes hate videos of the guys that sell his parlays.
I have not seen this. I'm not
comes up with
a gambler.
All right, that's fair. But he always has Najee Harris as the last guy that is on his list. Every single video. He just hates him so much.
He's hating on the guys that ruin his parlays.
Yeah. And Najee Harris is always on that list. And I feel like if you made one, Brian Thomas Jr. would always be on that list.
Yeah, Brian Thomas I got to be with him. He was doing so good last season that I put him on my fantasy team. And he's just falling off.
I feel that. I drafted him in 2 leagues.
I did see the Jags are leading in drop passes in the NFL.
How many of those are?
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go.
We get to the next one here. We'll talk about Monday Night Football now. Shout out my Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys win 33.
Our Dallas Cowboys.
No, don't.
I'm wearing it.
No, switch
I'm wearing the star,
now.
baby.
I don't know where you got that quarter zip, but it's
kind of nice, huh?
It ain't right. Not with the Saints helmet in the background.
I got a Cowboys.
You're a Saints fan, all right? You're Tyler Shuck fan.
That's true.
Cowboys beat the Raiders 33-16, and people are asking me my reactions on this game. And I'm gonna be honest, man. It is just the Raiders that we beat. I don't get too low on the losses. I'm definitely not going to get too high on the win, especially when it's the Raiders. I'm more looking forward to next week against the Eagles. But there was some interesting things that happened in this game. The Cowboys' first drive was a 3-and-out, and people were like, that's okay. But they didn't have CeeDee Lamb or George Pickens on that first drive. Said it was a coach's decision, Schottenheimer's decision, to not have them any, bench them for the first series. And people are speculating, why is that? CeeDee Lamb was asked after the game. He said he's not gonna comment on it. Schottenheimer said it's been handled, and George Pickens also didn't say anything to allude what it might have been. Even Jerry Jones is keeping his mouth shut.
That's surprising.
But I have my hypothesis. I have something I think that might have happened. This game was in Las Vegas. It was a night game. I did talk to someone. They said there are curfews in the NFL. Something tells me the night before, CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens might have been gambling. I don't think they were out on the strip because there hasn't been any videos that came out.
It might have been at them tables.
Might have been at a private table somewhere, either losing big or winning big. And we're late getting back to the rooms. Now, who knows what the curfew could have been?
Dude, it's probably like 8.
I think it's going to be something
9.
I think it's going to be something that comes out in like an ESPN 30 for 30. Where it's going to be like the casino game for George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb. They ended up having
listen, if this is what they're going to do after going to the casino, they should go to the casino before
someone did say whatever they did should happen again. They need to go back to whatever table they were at. Receiving wise, George Pickens had 9 catches, 144 yards, and a touchdown. Absolutely went crazy. CeeDee Lamb also went crazy in this game. 5 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown. And I guess Jake Ferguson was also there at the casino with them because he had 4 catches for 16 yards and a touchdown.
16?
16 yards, yeah.
I mean,
is that right?
We're shouting that out?
We had a touchdown, so.
We're shouting out 16. All right. Did you see that Pickens catch that was...
The one that was...
outside. Yeah, he was kind of outside of the end zone.
Of course I saw
that one-hander.
Odell-esque.
Dude, that would have been one of the craziest touchdown catches I've ever seen.
I know.
You see him after, he was like...
Almost
at the camera,
got it.
He was like this close.
Dude, he's insane. The way he can move his body to like make some of these catches. And also, I saw something today about George Pickens.
Dude, the Steelers traded him to get DK? Give me Pickens over DK at this point right now.
I saw something from Kurt Benkert, old Packers backup quarterback.
Kurt Benkert, dude.
Benkert, yeah.
I love that guy.
He said, just a reminder, George Pickens is only 24 years old, 4 years younger than A.J. Brown, 3 years younger than Devontae Smith, 2 years younger than Jay Jettas, CeeDee Lamb, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, and he's 1 year younger than Jamar Chase, Garrett Wilson, and Chris Olave.
Is he including Olave, bro?
I don't
Where's
know.
my man catching strays, bro?
Top receivers. George Pickens, I think, honestly, I don't know if we have the money to send him or to keep him. I don't know what it's going to cost to keep him after this season. And I know it's on like a 1 year rental.
Oh, it's going to be a lot, my boy.
Him and CeeDee Lamb are balling out together. It frees up CeeDee Lamb a lot.
It's looking like CeeDee is freeing up Pickens. It's looking like it's the other way around.
No.
There's a new top dog in town, my boy.
They both have intensity, and they're featured on the logo, by the way, for the podcast this week.
Yes,
actually, Brodie's rolling. They could have been my Brodie of the week. I just knew we were going to talk about him after.
Yeah.
I don't want to be too much of a Cowboys homer, but this was
what's CeeDee's contract now? It's like 40 or 30, high 30s?
That's a good question.
Because Pickens is going to get probably not that type of moolah, but I mean 30, 35 probably.
It was 4-year contract, 136 million extension. I'm trying to see what that is a year.
Yeah, so like 35 maybe ish.
Average annual value is 34 million, and it's 100 million in total guarantee.
Okay, well he's not going to get that. Never mind. So he get 30, 27 a year.
I don't think they'll pay him more than CD.
No,
because CD's the number one. You got to keep your number one happy. You got to give him the most money. But if he was able to take like a discount for the Cowboys to keep them together, that would be an absolute baller move. I don't think that will happen, but
come on,
some team's going to want to shell out the cash for him, especially after the performances he's been put on. Like I said, he's still young enough where you can offer him a big contract like that. I think he's still on his rookie deal right now. Did he ever get an extension with the Steelers?
No, he's only 24.
Yeah, so he's still on his rookie contract.
He's fresh out of Georgia.
It's the meme where he's just sitting there.
Yeah. He's standing there. Yeah.
Rocking his head as he get drafted.
Dude, I fear there's a new best wide receiver duo in the NFC East.
Yeah, the Casino Bros. That's what I'm gonna start calling them.
A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith are a thing of the past.
I don't know. They're still pretty good, although there's been trouble in paradise there.
It's CeeDee and GP, bro.
Yeah, top dogs. Think as long as, especially the way Dak can spread the ball out, Dak looked good in this game. The first 2 drives did not look good, and then after that, he turned it on. There was the 3 and out to start the game, and then he had like a fumble as he was like tucking it from a throw, fumbled it. Max Crosby caused that fumble, caused havoc, and I thought at that point the Raiders were going to just shut us out. I would say our defense looked good, but also this is against the Geno Smith-led Raiders. Quinn Williams had more of a factor on this game. I think he actually had a sack in this game. And then the Cowboys came up with a safety against Genty. And that leads me to the next thing. Did you watch this? Did you see the end of it? It was pretty much done by halftime.
I was out at a bar in Brodies last night. I didn't.
So when the Cowboys got the safety, the Raiders decided that they were going to do an onside. I didn't even know you could choose to do an onside kick.
Onside punt?
An onside punt. So they declared, because you have to, with the new kickoff rules, you have to declare that you're going to do an onside.
Yeah, which is so lame, by the way.
Yeah, because we got to see that in Georgia, Texas.
You shouldn't.
A beautiful onside kick.
That's what helped the Saints win the Super Bowl was Sean Payton coming out of halftime.
That is one of the things I miss about the old kickoff rules.
Just a surprise onside, Yeah,
catch them off guard.
It's already impossible for the kicking team to recover an onside kick themselves. Why would you have to tell them?
Well, so this was okay. Get back on the safety punt here.
Yeah. Okay.
So after a safety, the defense can either choose to. I guess the kicking team can choose to punt, or they could do a drop kick, which I don't think those have been done. Yeah. It's been a while since a drop kick.
Rugby style.
Yeah, rugby style kick. You can do an onside that. I think you can also set the ball down and do it, but they decided to do a 10-yard punt, and the punter for the Raiders absolutely booted it up. It went 10 yards. It landed perfectly. And then George Pickens was there to scoop it up with the hands team. But also, I guess he didn't have to scoop it up. He could have just called a fair catch. But when that ball came down, the Raiders players that were there to recover, they got scared. The ball just made like a boom sound when it hit the ground. I mean, dude, it went, it was like a full punt. Yeah, it was.
I was going to ask straight up if he punted it, but while he was dropping it to his foot, he hit the top of the ball. So
you can do that
like
too.
A regular onside. I didn't know I didn't see it. I didn't know they just punted it straight up. You can definitely fair catch that.
Yeah, but it was like the first
So-
time I've ever seen this in my career of watching NFL games.
I don't
Even
know
college,
how-
like you never see that.
I don't know how the Raiders would have caught that unless they
Why? I
Had-
think their
had
guy
their-
could. I don't know what the rule is, but
unless they had like Brock
their guy
Bowers out
caught
there.
it as well,
Yeah.
or does it have to
After
touch
10
someone since it's
yards.
a punt?
After 10 yards, it's free game.
Oh, I think that also
So,
could
I
happen.
mean, that should have had Deontay Thornton, 6'4".
Like I said, they got
Anyways,
scared when that ball hit the ground. They had a chance to catch it, but it just bounced
I
right
gotta see
into
a clip
George
'cause
Pickens. Yeah.
that's
It was
crazy.
incredible. But the Cowboys, like I said, that was incredible. But the Cowboys win. It was really, I think after the last 2 weeks, losing to the Broncos and then losing to the Cardinals at home and Jacoby Brissett, this was a win to get them back on top. They also honored Marshawn Nealon in this game.
Man, RIP.
And so they were playing with a little bit of emotion. And if anything, they made him proud. And shout out to the Cowboys
Shout out to men's mental health
and mental
awareness.
health.
You're never alone, man. Reach
Yep.
out. You don't have to go through it alone.
Call on the Brodies.
To all the Brodies, we're always here. Line's always
Over.
open.
Lines open,
Anyways.
emails open, Twitter's open.
Gotta lighten the mood after that one. Dude, yeah, Ashton Ginty got completely shut down, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jerry Jones was bricked up
Matt
in his booth, dude. Quentin
Matt
Williams looks like that
initially
trade
dropped Ashton
worked
Ginty in our
off.
fantasy football league.
I was
And
just
I
done,
think
man.
I made him pick him back up. So I was like, you can't do that. But turns
Season's
out
over,
I think
dude.
that was the right play.
9 points, great.
Yeah, he got shut down. But he only
Hooray.
only had 7 yards rushing.
Yeah, he got a lot of catches.
Yeah, so I guess the Cowboys finally can stop the run, but also like the Raiders' offensive line is horrendous. It is
Maybe
plague.
Jerry Jones was cooking.
Yeah.
Quentin
like I
Williams,
said,
Kenny Clark.
We'll get into it. We'll get into it a little bit in the picks and previews, but the Cowboys' next real test is going to be the Eagles at home. It's in Dallas. So
Dude,
we'll
yeah,
see.
the Cowboys have a tough schedule, man.
Yeah,
they
they go
showed it on
Cowboys, Chiefs.
TV last night.
What else do we got? We got Cowboys, Chiefs. I was just looking at it. Cowboys, Chiefs at the Lions,
Yeah.
Vikings, Chargers,
Vikings
Commanders.
is probably
Commanders will probably be it.
if Jaden Daniels plays.
I think he's out for the season.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he just ripped his arm off his body. My bad.
Yeah. And Giants to finish the season. I think there's a real shot, but we're definitely not going to win the division.
So
The Eagles are kind of running away with it.
let's say they run the table, huh? They would be
Two,
11-5-1.
Yes,
I mean,
they're not going to run the table.
10-6-1.
I don't know if that's going to be
That's
enough to
wild
make
card.
it. I haven't looked at the
Yeah.
NFC side of the playoff.
NFC is even closer.
Yeah, it's
my
even
boy.
more stacked than the AFC.
Yeah, I think there's no chance, but
But I think they put themselves in a tough spot. They lost a couple of games they should have won. I think it's going to come back to bite them now.
yeah, and because the NFC is so close right now, there is only one team that could get eliminated in the NFC this upcoming week if they lose.
Is that
Even
the
though
Saints?
it's the Giants,
Oh, are you talking the NFC East?
NFC in general.
Oh, wow. The Giants could be eliminated before the Saints? I guess because
I mean, they'd be 2-10. I mean, yeah, the Saints were just on a bias. They're 2-8. So even if they lose, they'd be 2-9. Giants would be 2-10 if they lose. I mean, I assume the Titans are also out of it as well.
The Titans have been eliminated for
At
a while.
1-9, yeah, that's tough. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of season left.
Yeah, and I think we're getting to the
7
point in the
games
season.
left.
We now
About
know
half the
kind of who
season.
the real players are in each division. I doubt to say the Cowboys are one of those real players, although they've made the moves.
It could
I think
be.
the moves will be good for next year. I think this year it's kind of already too late, unfortunately, especially when you're in the division with the Eagles who are running away with the NFC East, winning the absolute ugliest games you possibly can.
They're also, I mean, it's just night and day. Eagles from last year to this year. I mean, it's just, their offense just looks terrible, man.
The last two, I think they played the last two Sunday night games. It was the Packers, and then it was against the Lions. Those games have been disgusting. They've been not high scoring, a lot of defense, not fun. I will say the Lions should have won that game had they converted any of their fourth downs that they went for. They went 0 for 5 against the Eagles on fourth downs. Dan Campbell absolutely let them hang, took over play calling duties, and still was not able to pull it out.
You see, he gave the play calling duties to somebody else.
Did he already switch back?
Yeah.
Okay. I liked it though. He's gonna stay true to his identity of going for it.
Like, I know, obviously, Eagles, their biggest offensive player, Saquon, right? It was kind of their entire
Right.
offense, pretty much. Teams are obviously, going to game plan to stop him this year, but you'd have figured they would have done that last year too, and they couldn't do it last year.
Right.
So why I don't know. I really don't know why he's struggling this year.
Yeah,
So
and
much.
the Eagles' best offensive weapon right now is their defense. So they're just absolutely shutting teams down, and their offense hasn't had to really keep up. We're going to get to see next week whenever they come into Dallas. Can they keep up with the track race that is the Dallas Cowboys, especially if George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb aren't benched the first drive?
I think there might just be some animosity between the quarterback and the receivers a little bit.
Who?
And AJ Brown is obviously upset.
Jalen
And
Hurts?
they might just be. I feel like they could air the ball out more. I mean, Jalen Hurts is good enough passer to
Right.
do that, even though they're obviously a run first offense. But I don't know.
Anyway.
They lead the NFC anyways. They're 8-2, so obviously it's working for them.
Yeah, and speaking of the NFC, I see your little note here. The Bears are 7-3.
They're leading the NFC North for the first time in 7 years.
I don't even who would have been their quarterback 7 years ago.
He was in his second year.
Trubisky? Incredible.
The MVP, dude.
I think Ben Johnson has just gotten that team. They're just winning all their close games now.
Yeah. It was Matt Nagy and second year Mitchell Trubisky at the helm. Completely different team now, much better team.
A great stat. Yeah, the Bears, they're one of the hotter teams in the NFL. The hottest team right now is obviously the Patriots. So won 8 in a row. Running away. I guess they're not really running away with the AFC East. The Bills are right there at 7-3, but Patriots are looking like they might
Patriots
be the
already have a
AFC.
win over them.
Yep.
So
yeah,
it's a fun year, man. A lot of parity this year.
The Eagles and Rams both in the 8-2 in the NFC. Not really knowing who's going to get the number 1 seed there. It's going to be a lot to be told in these next couple. What do we say? 7 weeks left.
Yeah, dude. NFC West. I mean, there's 3 teams that are probably making it.
Yeah, I mean, there's 3 teams.
Just like the NFC North last year, right?
Yep. And the AFC North is competitive this year too. There's all those teams are within 1.
Yeah, but they're just not nearly as good.
No, yeah, the Rams
Vikings obviously lost Sam Darnold. Lions are kind of wishy-washy.
Right. We'll see, man. It's going to get exciting here. With that, I think we'll come back and do our picks and previews. Do you have anything else, Matt?
That's it, man.
Okay. We'll come back and do picks and previews, update everyone on the standings on where we're at. And we're back for our picks and previews. NFL week, this is 11? Week 12. All right, we'll go ahead and start off. Teams on bye. For anyone fantasy football related, teams on bye. Broncos, Dolphins, Chargers, Commanders. Actually, pretty heavy week of fantasy buys, especially if you have Bo Nix or anyone on the Broncos, or you probably don't have Tua, but if you have Achane or something, Justin Herbert or
yeah, list off the whole rosters.
Lad McConkey. I'm just listening to
I'm listening to the
top dogs,
rosters.
okay? I'm listening to top. I have a couple of those guys, all right? So that's the only reason I know. It's affecting me heavily this week, but you know what's not affecting me heavily this week? My lead in our picks and previews. I am currently back to my 3-game lead. I only missed 3 games last week. Unfortunate. No one on this podcast has yet to go perfect on their picks, but we got a couple weeks left to try this out.
That changes this week.
I have a 3-game lead on Matt. And with that, we will get into Thursday Night Football. Bills at the Texans, and C.J. Stroud is officially ruled out for the Texans. I'm going to go Bills. Matt?
Texans. No, I'm going Bills. What do you...
I don't think we're doing spreads this week, right? You've been wrong. Yeah, you've been wrong a lot.
You try then.
I'm looking at
give it a whirl then if you're going to talk smack.
You need to have them up then.
Okay.
But I already saw this one. This spread on this game is 6.
Nobody cares.
It's so tough because the spread's going to change as it gets closer to Sunday. Next game is the Sunday noon game. Steelers at the Bears. Aaron Rodgers is listed as probable. Mike Tomlin came out and said that he won't require surgery. He did hurt his wrist last week on a play.
Thought he broke his wrist.
I don't think it was broken. It said it's not going to require surgery. Aaron Rodgers is going to do his whole holistic healing thing. But if he does play, historically, Aaron Rodgers has owned the Bears. I think this Bears team's different, man. I keep picking them, and they keep winning. I'm rolling with the Bears again, especially this one being in Chicago. I think if Aaron Rodgers doesn't play, it's not a stowing hand.
Yeah, okay. Give me the Bears.
Also
okay,
going
but
Bears.
both.
I already put both.
Okay.
I can just read your mind sometimes.
I'm not betting against the Bears again, bro. They've won every week. I bet against them.
I know, and now that you're betting with them, they'll probably lose. So. Sorry to all the Bears fans. Go Bears. All right. Next game. Patriots at the Bengals. Jamar Chase has been suspended 1 game and will miss this game. Patriots are probably the hottest team in football. I'll go ahead and stop you, Matt. We're both going to go Patriots.
This is going to be a Andre Ilyasova legacy game incoming, dude.
Who is that?
for the Bengals. It's like the
Oh,
wide
the
receiver 3.
receiver?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be a T. Higgins heavy dose. I don't think it
He's gonna
matters
be on.
which
He's gonna
Joe
be on
starts for
Gonzo
him.
though.
Yeah, I don't know. Drake May is absolutely lighting it up lately. And, yeah, Patriots are going to keep rolling. They're going to extend that win streak to 9 after this game. Go ahead and mark it down. That's a guarantee.
That's a Brodie pod guarantee.
That's a Brodie pod guarantee. Giants at the Lions. If this was the Giants team 6 weeks ago, I would have easily said Giants.
Easily
Said Giants.
All right, pump the brakes.
But this is a Jameis Winston-led Giants team. Don't know if Jackson Dart's going to be back from his concussion protocol. Was rolled out last week. Matt, can you confirm, is Jameis Winston starting in this game?
It's not out yet.
Hmm.
I shouldn't. Probably not. Jackson Dart can play. He'll play.
Who did Dan Campbell pass the play calling duties to?
I don't know. Somebody.
Well, I
OC,
think
maybe. Yeah.
I think me or you could also call this game, and the
I just know he
Lions would
doesn't-
still win.
Yeah.
I'm going Lions.
I just know he gave it back already.
You rolling with
Which
your?
is fair.
Are you rolling with
Have to go on 0
Jameis?
for 5.
Are you rolling with
No.
your boy Jameis?
Give me the goof. The big goof.
Cheered goof. Vikings at the Packers. Now,
Go Pack, go.
this. Are we going to get J.J. McCarthy or are we going to get 9? That's what I need to know.
That was his downfall of his career.
Yeah, saying he's
Giving
9.
himself a nickname.
Wait,
You don't.
it's not.
You can't
It's
do
just
that.
his alter ego. He just calls himself 9.
Okay. Come on. He has 5 picks in the last 3 games.
I'm trying to think here.
5 interceptions last 3 games. Give me the Packers.
You're going Packers.
Yeah,
You know
go
what?
Vikings. Yeah, go. Let me come back.
know
Open
what?
the door. Open a window for me.
I'm rolling with 9, baby. I think
Gonna roll all the way to your grave,
he's going to do
dude.
his visualization before. And this could be,
He's gonna visualize
if the
another 2
Packers-
interceptions.
if the Packers lose this game, Matt LaFleur could be in the hot seat, question mark.
No.
Lose to the Panthers at
7 and
home
4?
and then lose to the Lions. Or lose
Panthers
to
are a
the
good team,
Vikings.
man. And the Saints beat them.
Yeah, it was a large spread that was, I don't know. There's something about this Packers team that, also I think Josh Jacobs is out for this game.
He is.
Does that change your opinion at all? You
No,
still
I already
going with
knew that.
Packers?
I already
Okay.
knew that. No.
Just checking, man. Just checking. Seahawks at the Titans. We'll skip past this one. Go be the Seahawks. Matt, you will also be taking the Seahawks.
You're not gonna tell me what I'm gonna take.
No, you're going to take the Titans.
I'm taking the Titans.
Are you actually?
No.
That's what I thought. You're a psychopath.
Who do they beat this year?
The Titans?
'Cause they're 1-9.
They beat the Cardinals. They beat I think it was the Kyler Murray-led Cardinals at the time.
There's a reason they put him on IR.
Yep. This next game's intriguing. Like I said, this could be the nail in the coffin, but Colts at the Chiefs. I'm rocking with my man Patrick. I think he's not going to let the nail in the coffin happen. Like I said, if they lose this game,
Not the nail in the coffin. Who is saying that?
I'm saying that.
All right.
Matt?
Give me Colts, baby.
Give you Colts, which is
You're going
probably
against-
unfortunate.
You're going against the future MVP and Jonathan Taylor?
Does Jonathan Taylor have the best touchdown celebration this year with the skipping?
I don't even think that's I guess it is a celebration.
He calls it-
just does that.
He calls it floating. He's floating through the end zone.
Yeah, so that
It's pretty sick.
the Kay Adams interview.
Yeah.
Shout out Kay Adams. Anytime you want to come on a pod, get my line.
Yep. Happy to have her on. All right, so
One
you're
of
going
one of the
Colts.
best in the game, the best
All
in the
right.
business.
Go ahead.
All right, that's it.
Okay. I'll make that a clip and I'll send it to her or something. Yeah, like I said, this is at the Chiefs in Arrowhead. That defense going to be rolling. I think they're going to be able to shut down Jonathan Taylor. That clip's
What is-
either going to
what is-
age. That
Yeah.
clip's going to either age great or really badly for me.
I was gonna say, what does shutting down Jonathan Taylor look like? Only 100 yards and 2 touchdowns.
If they keep him out of the end zone, they've shut him down. But I'm also starting Daniel Jones in fantasy, so fingers crossed. Wouldn't be mad if the Colts pull that one out. All right, Jets at the Ravens. Justin Fields has been benched
In favor of the Rod,
in favor of Tyrod Taylor.
the big Rod.
I'll go ahead and put us both down. We're both going to be taking the Ravens
Yeah.
on this one. And shout out to the Jets, man. I don't know why you guys are still playing football, but
You talk
are.
about just an absolute disgusting slate so far.
I mean, Colts and Chiefs is probably the best game. That's probably the one that most
Easily,
people probably
yeah.
tune into.
We got Browns Raiders now.
Yeah,
for
Browns
the
Raiders.
afternoon.
Shedeur's first official start. I think Dylan Gabriel's out. I'm going Browns, baby.
I'm also going Browns. And
We're
that's
the
for one
Cleveland Browns.
reason and one reason only.
Shedeur Sanders.
Myles Garrett might have 10 sacks against that horrific O-line. I was gonna put him as my Brodie. He's like, I think it was the first
I
D
think you're
lineman.
gonna have multiple weeks. We have yet to have a repeat Brodie of the week. So
He's the first player to have 6 straight seasons of 12 or more sacks.
Right.
Officially, he has
did not know
12.
that.
He's like 12 and a half right now with
What do you
like 7 games left.
Both these games, both
He could
these
easily
teams,
end with 20 plus.
both these games are 2-8.
I just think Brown's defense just
Yeah, I mean the
not even
Raiders
that.
also
Just
have a
Myles
solid
Garrett, man.
defense.
Myles Garrett.
Let's see, this would be a great spot for Shedeur to get his first win against Tom Brady's team and the Raiders. Could Tom Brady be calling this game?
Wasn't he there last night?
It's on CBS. He was there, yeah, at the Cowboys game.
Should have strapped up.
Get him
Should
in.
have put the pads on.
Is a 45-year-old Tom Brady better than a Geno Smith, current Geno Smith?
Give me a 60-year-old Tom Brady.
Over Geno Smith?
Hell yeah.
What about a 60-year-old Tom Brady over how old is Shedeur?
22, 23, something.
I think he's like 20. Oh, yeah, he might be 23.
He's not that old. Actually, I have no idea, so I don't know.
Shedeur Sanders. Let's see. He is 23. His Super Bowl, or his birthday is the day before the Super Bowl. Foreshadowing.
What, is he going to get tickets to the Super Bowl for his birthday or something?
Actually, I think every NFL team gets Super Bowl tickets, so yeah, I could go. Would you take a 60-year-old Tom Brady over a 23-year-old Shedeur Sanders?
Yeah.
Actually, that could be a fun segment. Would you take a 60-year-old Tom Brady over this quarterback? What about a 60-year-old Drew Brees?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, he'd be throwing left-handed. He can't throw his right arm anymore.
Absolutely no zip on the ball.
Come on.
All right. Next game, Jaguars at the Cardinals. These games are just
God.
I'm gonna go Jags here.
I'm gonna go Cardinals, dude. Just whatever.
I shouldn't go Jags here.
I mean,
because they just
honestly, Jacoby Brissett has been a dog.
Yeah, I don't think Kyler Murray is going to start another game for the Cardinals unless Jacoby Brissett.
Where's he going?
The Jets.
Saints.
No, you guys are going to have like the first pick this year.
We're down to like 4.
Ooh,
5 something.
That's not good.
We're too good, bro.
Next game, probably game of the afternoon. Eagles at the Cowboys. And just a little bit of info here. The Eagles' right tackle, Lane Johnson, is going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks with a Lisfranc sprain per Ian Rappaport. Johnson has yet to allow a sack or a QB hit this season on 262 pass blocking snaps from Pro Football Focus. And this is good news for the Cowboys' newest addition, D-tackle Quinn Williams. What do we think? Eagles or Cowboys?
I mean, you're going Cowboys, right?
I have to go Cowboys.
You don't have to go Cowboys.
It's at the Cowboys. I already know you're going to pick against me. You're going Eagles.
Give me the Cowboys.
Ooh, joining me. What is the spread for this game?
I don't think the Eagles' offense can keep up.
You don't think they can keep up with the track race that is the Dallas Cowboys?
I don't think the Eagles' defense can shut them down.
I think the Eagles' defense could shut them down. I want this to be known. I'm picking solely because they are my team. But
I just don't want to pick. I don't know, dude.
So I'm telling you.
I like Dak Prescott, and
I know this would be a great game to win. If you win this one and then say beat the Chiefs, like I'm not even going to get ahead of myself. We got to beat the Eagles. But Lane Johnson missing in this game, that could be big for our defense. Our defense kind of showed up. Deron Bland played a lot better Monday night against the Raiders. So once again, it's the Raiders. We're going to get to see him actually on some real competition in the Eagles receivers. And I don't know. See if Quinn Williams can help stop the tush push. It'd be big.
Dude, speaking of
Saquon Barkley.
Speaking of linemen, crazy stats. You know, Zach Martin has more penalties called on him.
Oh yeah, I did see
than
this.
like sacks given up.
Yep. Was he his 4 penalties called against him in his career or something?
I thought it was like 7.
7, and maybe he's only given up 4 sacks, or did he give up 0?
Less than 7. I don't know about 0, but
surely someone got by him once.
Yes. Should I know the exact numbers probably before getting a stat like that? I should know. Yeah. I just know there's more penalties and sacks given up.
We're a fact-checking podcast, so the Eagles are favored in this game 3.5. So
more holding penalties than
maybe that's what it is.
More holding penalties than sacks given up.
Who knows?
We'll
fact check it. Bring it in the next episode. All right, Falcons at the Saints. This is Kirk Cousins' start game here.
Kirk Cousins in. Penix, Drake London out.
Yeah, what happened to Michael Penix?
Partial ACL tear.
Okay.
This is his 5th season-ending injury, combining college and professional. He's played 8 seasons, 6 in college, 2 in the pros.
6 years in college.
5, yeah, because he was a redshirted freshman after season-ending injury. Then it was a redshirted sophomore after a season-ending injury. So he was there 6 years.
And then didn't he get a COVID year?
I don't know, but he had
Okay.
4 season-ending injuries in college, and now he already has one in the NFL in his second year. So
I'm picking against your Saints just solely because I want to pick against the Saints.
do you
Like
not
I
know
said-
who's going to be in the booth?
Oh, I did not see that. No, go ahead and tell him, Matt.
And Drew Brees. Drew Brees is
Drew Brees is going to be calling this game. Going to be absolutely
Yes.
disappointed in his team.
now he's going
and
to be
what
looking
they-
down at Tyler Shuck. He's going to hand him the torch, dude.
Yeah. If this is, I think Kirk Cousins is next up on the depth chart. So
Considering he came in last game when Penix went out, I'd agree with that.
I didn't watch the Falcons game. I
Okay.
I did watch it. I was only watching when Rico Dotto was on offense.
Yeah, Captain Kirk came in.
Yep. Matt, would you like to guess the spread for this game?
Falcons 1.5.
Saints 1.5.
Really?
Yeah, you guys are favored in a game here.
Damn.
It's about time.
Fuck yeah, baby.
You guys might pull this one out or something. You got
Hammer
some
the
faith
over,
in
dude.
you. Hammer it.
Hammer the Falcons over.
Hammer the Falcons to win outright. All right. Sunday Night Football. This is actually a very interesting game. Baker Mayfield revenge game. Buccaneers at the Rams. Anyone knows before Baker was at the before he was at the Buccaneers, he was at the Rams, I believe. Maybe I think it was
Like one
Carolina to the Rams to the Buccaneers.
Yeah, he signed there like during the week and then started at quarterback and then led like a game-winning drive
Yep.
in the fourth to win for the Rams.
However,
Give me the Rams, please.
I don't think I can bet against the Rams. They're one of the hottest teams in football. They got Matthew Stafford playing like an MVP. We kind of talked about at the beginning of the season, Baker Mayfield in the MVP conversation. Matthew Stafford has kind of
That is flipped.
played his way into it,
Saints.
and the Rams have kind of been rolling. Especially, I would say, like if this game was in Tampa Bay, outdoor in the elements of Tampa, maybe, but in the dome that is SoFi. I'm going to take the Rams on this one.
I think this is the best team Matthew Stafford has ever been on, like top to bottom.
Yeah. Monday Night Football, Panthers at the 49ers. I'm going to go 49ers. I don't think I've taken them all year. Actually, I have. I've taken the 49ers. I think I took them like 2 weeks ago against the Texans. But the 49ers are rolling. Brock Purdy's back, and all he has to do is throw it to Christian McCaffrey, and everything's going to be great. Matt, who are you taking in Monday Night Football?
I don't know, man. Bryce Young coming off a 440-yard, 3-touchdown day,
Right.
clutching it up in overtime against the Falcons.
Right.
Give me the 49ers.
All right. So we are. What's it?
I mean, it
What's
doesn't matter who's quarterback for the 49ers. They're just
Yeah, just put
their
some out
offense
there.
is just a machine, dude.
So we got 4 games that we're different on this week. So a lot of points out there still a lot of season. I'm surprised, honestly, with how close it's been. And the pick 'em, I thought someone was going to run away with it, but it seems like anytime someone gets any type of lead, it gets evaporated. So things could easily switch. I'm up 3 games right now, but if all these games go Matt's way, he could have a 1-game lead at the end of the week.
Did I go with the Colts?
I believe you went with the Colts. Yeah, you said Colts. Can't change it now. It's wrote down.
Whoa.
Nope.
I don't
it's
think I
already
said
official.
Colts.
No.
No.
'Cause I already
No.
in post put the logos above everyone's head. So you're rolling.
No, dude. No.
Yep.
I want my homie.
Nope. Wait, once we go on to the next game,
I'm a
it's
Mahomie.
locked. Nope.
Shut up, dude.
It's Colts.
Okay, I'll change it.
You
When
can't
you go to
change it.
sleep. What do you?
Nope.
I can change it right now.
I'm literally it's gonna have the logo above your head from when you said Colts. We've talked about punishment ideas. I might do. I don't know.
Electric chair?
We got some ideas. No, not electric chair. One of my buddies is in a rec hockey league.
We gotta go in a shirt cage.
And so we were talking about being a goalie for like one of their practices, or if there was a way we could get it in a game, loser has to go be a goalie in a rec hockey league game.
You
Just
think they
get
would let us
shots
in an
at
actual
'em.
game?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Probably have to find pads or something. I think that would be like we got a couple ideas.
Think a
So at
puck
the
is
end of the
getting
season, we'll
past me.
find out, and then we'll have a vote on it or something. But it's been a couple good ideas. Next, we'll come back and we'll do a little bit of the college football. I don't know how much recap we'll do, but we'll do a little bit of the rankings are about to come out. So we're back to do a little college football recap from week 12 college football, and we're not going to talk about every game. We're actually just waiting on the college football playoff rankings to be released. They get released in like 30 minutes. So we're just going to talk about some of the games that we saw and maybe some of the games that are upcoming. But first game we'll start off with is UCF 9, Texas Tech 48. Matt's having heads difficulties. There he goes. But there's not really much I want to say in this game other than this is our one segment a week where we're just going to talk about Jacob Rodriguez and why he should be the Heisman Trophy winner. Jacob Rodriguez in this game, before it got out of hand, had a 2-yard rushing touchdown out of the Wildcat. And so not only is he a linebacker, but he's also scoring offensive touchdowns from the Wildcat. And the coach came out, Joey McGuire. Matt, why are you slapping?
You can hear that?
Yeah, I can hear that.
Okay, sorry. It's like an ADHD thing.
Joey McGuire came out and said that he put Jacob Rodriguez in because he said everyone wants to say the Heisman is a quarterback award or an offensive award. So he put Jacob Rodriguez in to run a touchdown, and now they can't say that, he's not a quarterback. He ran a quarterback play. He had a quarterback rush. He actually had more rushing touchdowns than Marshall Reed this week. So Texas Tech actually rolling. They're on a bye week this week before they play West Virginia. But this game was out of hand. Like I said, it was 48-9. I just want to say Jacob Rodriguez should be the Heisman Trophy winner. Matt, you have anything you want to add?
Got it. Oh, actually I do.
Yeah, I know.
So I guess, I don't know if you saw it. Probably did, I guess. Texas Tech has as many wins against currently ranked teams as Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon, USC, and Michigan combined.
How many ranked wins do they have? Is that a real stat, Matt?
It's a real stat, yes.
They have
teams that are...
They have 2 ranked wins.
Or currently ranked teams.
Okay, teams that are currently... I was about to say, they've only won 2 games.
That's why I said currently ranked teams.
Okay, good stat then. Great
Thanks.
stat. I did see the AP poll had us and Oregon tied. I didn't know teams could be tied in the AP polls. Texas Tech and Oregon are both at 6. And Ole Miss jumped us, even though I don't think they should have jumped us, but whatever.
That is a wild shot, though. I mean, to be fair, that just shows the level of talent that the Big Ten plays.
Versus the Big 12.
I mean, Ohio State, Indiana, Oregon, best teams in the nation, arguably, and they're...
Yeah, I was looking up Big 12
that.
championship clinching scenarios for Tech. So they need either... What was it? They need Arizona State to lose this week and or BYU or Cincinnati. And they'll be in the Big 12 championship no matter what. But as long as they win in the next 2 weeks against West Virginia, then they should be in.
Are they 10-1?
They are 10-1 for the first time since...
Oh, wait.
So shout out to the Red Raiders.
Shout out Graham Harrell. Shout out Michael Crabtree.
And shout out Jacob Rodriguez. If you haven't already, go vote for Jacob Rodriguez Heisman Trophy fan vote right now.
What happens when you try me with a star receiver like Crabtree? That's the result you're going to get.
Yeah. Richard Sherman.
Cut it out, dude. Whatever.
No, we're leaving that one in. Lead us right into our next game here, Matt. Which one do you want to go with it? Let's talk about the other 11 a.m. game, or I guess the only other 11 a.m. game we're going to talk about. South Carolina 30, number 3 Texas A&M 31. We were so close. We're so close, South Carolina.
We're just haters, dude.
I am hating.
Shout out Cole. Shout out Gage.
I'm not shouting out any A&M fans.
Come on. Got to give them their flowers.
South Carolina was leading this game 30-3 at half and freaking choked it. Lenore Sellers played perfect football in the first half and then absolutely fell apart in the second half. Marcel Reed, on the other hand, had a good second half, but he should definitely be out of Heisman Trophy consideration after that first half of football.
I think South Carolina benefited a lot off of the turnovers, which were Marcel Reed's fault. But it's also...
South Carolina, by the way, scored 0 points in the second half. I was
going to say, that's
also...
scored
a touchdown or a field goal, you could have beat them.
The fact you score 30 in one half of football in the first half, and you can't score a singular point for the next half. I feel like that's usually what happens, though, when there's like big comebacks like this.
Yeah, you got to shut them out.
The team just gets shut out in the second half.
I mean, if they kicked one field goal and made it, they win this game. It was just horrible. I did see the worst series of football I've ever seen in my life in the first half from A&M. This is actually takes the cake. I've never seen worse football in my life. A&M gets an interception off Lenore Sellers, takes it to the 5-yard line. They get it at their 5-yard line. 5 yards to get it in the end zone. Marcel Reed runs it, gets stopped. I don't even remember what happened the next play. But then third down, they throw it to Concepcion. He drops it in the end zone. Fourth down, they go to kick it. It doinks off the goalpost. They ended on the 5-yard line and walked away with 0 points. So
that's what you get for kicking it that close.
Yeah.
Just go for it at that point.
Yeah, I mean, it was...
would you rather miss a field goal and...
I think it was like a rush or something they didn't get any action on or something.
I mean, would you rather miss a field goal and turn it over or go for a touchdown on fourth down and turn it over?
Yeah.
Probably touchdown. Yeah, Marcel Reed, this is an actual doctorate Jekyll, Mr. Hyde game. First half, horrendous. I thought completely tanked his Heisman chances. It might have, but 3 turnovers in the first half. Second half, obviously much better. He ended with 440 passing yards, 3 touchdowns.
Okay, I just looked it up real quick. It was a 0-yard run, an incompletion, and then the drop, touchdown pass to Concepcion, and then a missed field goal. Sorry.
That stuff.
Worse.
Yeah, it's just, on one hand, this could hurt his chances for the Heisman, but on the other hand, he did come back down 27 and win the game.
Yeah,
so
he finished with
that's also
400 yards passing, but they kind of had to
440.
pass the ball.
440, but
I'm not going to give him any more than that. He had 400 yards passing.
440. Anyways, I was also thinking, would the playoff committee, kind of view this in a bad light? Yeah, I don't think they would either, but it's interesting kind of conversation because you go down 27-3, 30-3 against South Carolina, who's now 3-7, right? 3-8.
Yeah, they're 1-7 in the SEC, 3-7 overall.
Yeah, but on the other hand, obviously they came all the way back and won. So
yeah,
win to win, I guess.
Curious because A&M kind of, I don't want to say they strike me as frauds, but who they've played in the SEC is all the bottom half of the SEC. I saw something that said A&M has been in the SEC for 4,000 days, and Texas has been in there for a year. And Texas has played Georgia 3 times. A&M's played them once. It's just, I don't know. And then we kind of started seeing some of the cracks here, maybe against South Carolina. If they're in a college football playoff game and they have to play someone like Ohio State, they get down 30-3. They're not coming back.
No,
they're just lucky South Carolina is South Carolina.
Yeah, but
if they play anybody good in the college football playoff, they have to be on their A game. They can't be doing that.
We got to think, when did the SEC get rid of their divisions?
A couple years ago. I know, that's just a hater stat, okay? I put it out there just to be a hater.
Well, you'll get to hate last game of the season when A&M plays Texas.
That's a great way. That's a great segue because this game against South Carolina didn't really mean anything for A&M. Even if they lost it, they still would have been in the driver's seat to make the SEC championship, but they won it, so they're still in the driver's seat. They have to beat Texas no matter what to make it to the college. Well, I say no matter what. If Alabama was to lose to Auburn the last week of the season, or if Georgia loses, I think one of their 2 games, pretty much they have to beat Texas to get in. A&M, if they lose to Texas and Georgia wins out, Alabama wins out, then they're in the SEC championship.
I think this upcoming week, this upcoming week is obviously pretty much a bye week for the top teams, so you can pencil them all in for a win. It's really the last game of the season that will have meaning for the rankings, for the seedings.
Yeah, and Alabama losing to Oklahoma. We'll just mention that real quick. Oklahoma 23, Alabama 21.
Real quick. We're gonna be real quick on this one, huh?
I'll be real quick on it. OU and Bama are still alive in the college football playoff. This is Alabama's first home loss under Kalen DeBoer. And this was also Alabama's homecoming game, which is crazy to schedule a homecoming game against a number 11 team. But the last time they lost a homecoming game in Tuscaloosa, Matt, when was it?
2001.
Did you look at it?
I did look at it.
2001 to LSU.
The Bayou Bengals.
So
they should have won this game, though.
Yeah, Oklahoma's defense was pretty dominant in this game. Ty Simpson, I think, might have played himself right out of the Heisman. It's tough.
Maybe.
But we'll see moving forward with it. Told you I'd be real quick with that one. I have nothing else to say.
Well, I was going to say, I'm sure you want to be real quick with it.
Of course I want to be quick with it.
That's your team.
It's my team in the SEC, but Texas Tech is my full team. We still got a little bit of time before the college football playoff selections come out. But the Week 13 slate, we'll go ahead and go through those. The games are actually hot dog piss. They are horrid this week. There's a couple good ones towards the end, but Rutgers at number 1 Ohio State. Horrible game. I think, let me see if I can pull up the spreads real quick on what these are, just to show you how bad these are. Ohio State's favored by 31. Eastern Illinois at number 4 Alabama. I guess I can't say number 4. They're about to drop. There's not even a spread for that game. It's bad. Samford at Texas A&M. Also, no spread. Samford is 1-10, and Texas A&M is a perfect 10-0. Missouri at Oklahoma. I think that's going to be a pretty good game. Oklahoma's favored by 7.
Shouldn't be.
Charlotte against number 5 Georgia. Charlotte is 1-9. Georgia is 9-1. Georgia's a 43-point favorite in this game, by the way.
That's what I was saying about earlier about this being like a bye week.
Yeah,
Like the
I'm
top
glad you
teams.
mentioned
It's like this every year. They just play some little cupcake team
the best
just to
games.
kind of gear them up for the last week.
Yeah, the best games are probably number 17 USC at number 8 Oregon. Actually, game is going to be, I think, pretty close at 2:30. Arkansas at Texas, and Steve Sarkisian has already come out and said that he believes this is a trap game.
Dude, it absolutely is.
He said
Have you seen?
Arkansas, if you look like their last 5 or something, who they played, how well they played.
I'm gonna get the stats. So lost to LSU by 1. Not that that means much. Lost to Mississippi State by 3. Lost to Auburn by 9. Lost to A&M by 3. Lost to Tennessee by 3. Got the brakes beat off them by Notre Dame, but lost to Ole Miss by a score. I mean, they're pretty good, bad team.
Yeah, they've lost, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 8 games in a row?
I mean, a bad team, but they're pretty close games against very good opponents.
They're a good, bad team.
Yes, if that's such a thing.
And Texas, like, I think that loss to Georgia, they definitely, like, it hurts them. It puts them at 7-3 overall, 4-2 in the SEC. I still think if there's a chance for them to get an at-large bid, they have to win this game and they have to beat A&M. And I think then they have a really compelling case, even though they're a 3-loss team. And one of those losses being to the number 1 team in the country right now. It's not like Texas has their only bad losses against Florida. Florida's just Florida. You never know what you're going to get out of them. So Texas, there's still a real shot. Got to win this game, got to beat A&M, and then maybe they sneak into the playoffs. We'll know actually probably in a little bit what the rankings are going to say. And then what was the other game? Oh, Pitt at Georgia Tech. That's just a big game for the ACC. And then BYU at Cincinnati. That's going to be a big one for who gets into kind of the Big 12 championship. So who's going to be in the driver's seat? BYU still is with 1 loss. Cincinnati, I think, also only has. No, Cincinnati has 3 losses. Okay. They're 5-2 in the Big 12. So Cincinnati needs to win this to stay alive. BYU, if they want to, stay in the driver's seat, they got to win this game as well. Spread for that game is also 2.5. So it's going to be a great slate on the other games. But for the top teams, it's going to be pretty much just dog walking, lesser competition, unfortunately.
I guess this is a big game for BYU.
Yeah,
I mean, Utah is right on their tail.
Yeah, Utah is playing Kansas State, I believe, this week. Oh, college football's heating up. This week isn't really good. Week 14 is going to be really the chef's kiss during Thanksgiving. We're going to have so many good games. We'll recap them. We'll preview them next week. We don't want to spoil them to be some great ones. There are playoff scenarios that are going to be happening in that next week. All right. So next, we should know the college football playoff rankings. We're watching it right now, so we will update you guys on that next. And we're back. We just saw the college football rankings for week 13. They are officially out. College football playoff rankings, that is. And couple of shockers here, couple stuff that we kind of expected, but top 5 is Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, Georgia, and then Texas Tech.
No, that was kind of expected.
Yeah, it's kind of expected. Right? I saw the AP poll had, Texas Tech at 6. So I was worried that, the committee was going to possibly have Ole Miss jump Texas Tech. Just because they had a stronger win last week, but I guess Texas Tech handled UCF enough to move up. And honestly, as like a Texas Tech fan, I'm cool exactly where they're at, not getting a bye, or if you're in that 5 spot, you're gonna have a home playoff game in the first round against the 12 seed, which right now it was looking like Tulane.
Yeah, I mean, if you flip flop Ole Miss and Texas Tech, I don't really think it would make a difference. Ole Miss in this current projection, the bracket, it's Ole Miss versus Miami, Texas Tech versus Tulane.
I think I'd rather take Tulane over Miami.
I mean, yeah, probably, but I think both teams would win respectively.
The winner of that would play Georgia. Ooh.
Yeah, it'd be a tough draw. Well, winner of
listen, it's
6 seed and 11 seed to play
good teams. Yeah. Well, that would kind of be.
I mean, this is all going to change by the end of the seasons.
Alabama is still in the rankings at 10. They right now are an at-large team, and they would be taking on at Oregon, and then Notre Dame at Oklahoma as the 9 and 8 matchup. So interesting there. I did see my Brodie of the week, North Texas, was left off. Unfortunate for them. They are still looking for their first college football playoff ranking, but they did not get the bid, or at least not in the top 25 for that. So they'll just keep holding on to the AP poll. Yeah, and then I did see Miami as the top ACC team. Yeah, ACC. But then there's talks that they're not even going to get into. There's a good chance they're not even going to get into their conference championship game. So We'll have to see. I don't think Miami may end up making it. They need some things to go their way. But then Matt, Notre Dame's still sitting there, conferenceless, and they don't have to get punished by a conference championship game. They were interviewing the new committee chairman, and he was saying, like, if a team plays in their conference championship and loses, it's a data point that they're going to use. So it could work against you. It could work for you to move up in the rankings, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, for the ACC, I mean, Georgia Tech is leading it. They were
left
off.
It's like Georgia Tech and Virginia are going to make it.
Yeah, Georgia Tech 6-1 in their conference, 9-1 overall. Virginia 6-1 in conference, 9-2 overall. Miami is 4-2 in their conference and 8-2 overall.
Yeah,
a little surprising that they have them up there.
Yeah, I think didn't they have a win over Notre Dame at the start of the year? Yeah, so that probably is what's holding them up
by 3. Okay.
Yep. Texas dropped 7 spots.
I don't agree with them.
Texas, even if they went out, needs some chaos to make the college football playoff as an at-large team. They definitely need to win out against Arkansas and then A&M and then have some people lose. Which, I mean, there's still going to be teams that lose. Like, it could be Georgia and A&M or Alabama and A&M. And it sounds like that could be something that could be used against them. But right now, I think the SEC has, 5 teams?
Yeah, it's 5 teams. And 5 teams are obviously not going to make it in the end. So
the Big 12 has 1. Notre Dame just stills 1. Big 10 has 2. And ACC has 1. It's interesting. I think the final show, we'll do like a live reaction, like as they come out.
The last ranking?
For the last ranking.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But still, this is better to go off of than what the AP poll gives us, but sucks for North Texas.
It's only the 3rd CFP ranking, so obviously this doesn't really matter at all. It's
and I mean,
vastly different from
the games this week probably won't mean too much in the rankings or shake things up as much, but the next week of games after, like the rivalry week, that's going to be something big. Like if Ohio State, even though I saw Ohio State has pretty much 100% chance of making it, A&M, I think it's 100% chance of making it. Like the undefeated teams, even if they lose out,
1,000,000% has 100%.
You said Indiana has 100%? Because they have to play in the Big Ten.
They're going to bye this week. They're going to bye this week, and then they play Purdue, who's 2-9 right now.
Yeah.
So they're going to be 12-0 going into the Big Ten.
Ohio State. The conference championships are going to be actually mean a lot for this.
Let's say Indiana and Ohio State both 12-0 going into the Big Ten championship. If one of them loses, they're both getting in.
Yeah. I will say they were interviewing the committee chairman after the rankings came out, and this guy just seems like a freaking computer. Like, he doesn't care about college fan bases. He's just like, he's talking about data wins as data points and like strength of schedule. And
that's how it is.
That's kind of what you want. Versus AP poll could be a little bit more biased because, it's just like sports 100%. Writers from around the world or from around the nation.
I just wonder how they choose. Why do they get? Why is there a new chairman?
I think the other one stepped down or something. He's too much pressure. This other guy, I saw his first name's Hunter. I don't know his last name, but
I see a lot of pressure, dude.
He seems like a freaking computer. It is, dude. Imagine like you put out these rankings.
I don't think he blinked at all.
Yeah, he just sat there the whole time. It was like this data point, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to mock him because I don't want him to move Texas Tech down too much. But yeah, I mean, Alabama, even losing at Oklahoma, they're still in right now, so they still control their destiny. If they win out, they'll be fine. But yeah, someone like Ole Miss that may not even make the SEC championship, this works out for their favor because as long as they win out, they don't have to deal with the stress of an SEC championship game and possibly that moving them down.
Well, who would? I guess it'd be Georgia A&M SEC championship.
Yeah, it'd be Alabama and A&M if Alabama wins out because they have the head-to-head over Georgia. Yeah,
10-2.
Yeah. Well, I guess Georgia's 9-1. Yeah, maybe Alabama does need help. Right now, it's Georgia. I think if Georgia wins out. I don't know. There's so many different possibilities. What could happen? It's going to be chaotic 2 weeks here, but because Alabama's one of their losses is to Florida State, so it didn't even count for the SEC.
Yeah. So conference wise, A&M at 7-0, Georgia 7-1, Ole Miss 6-1, Alabama 6-1.
Yeah. So
it's pretty close, pretty heated.
I guess Georgia's on a bye this week. No, they're playing.
Georgia plays Chattanooga.
They're playing Charlotte.
For sure.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Charlotte.
Similar logos. Then Georgia plays Georgia Tech last game of the season, which normally would be, you'd think it'd just be a free win for Georgia, but not this year.
I think.
Got to stop Haynes King, man.
Georgia Tech, I think, won recently, right? Did they win last year?
I think so. But also, I don't know.
It was 2024. Oh, no. Georgia Tech lost 42-44. They're going to play each other close, man. I thought I remember that game was pretty close.
So what's the path for LSU?
I think that game also went into 8 overtimes, by the way.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It might be this. I don't think. I think Georgia's going to handle them.
That was a 7-5 Georgia Tech team.
What's the path for LSU here?
I don't think there's a path for LSU, unfortunately, man.
There's got to be a path, dude.
What is
over.
It? Yeah, they're eliminated, and it seems like Texas probably be eliminated too. But I know they'd probably love to play spoiler against A&M, so it'd be a good one there. But with that, we'll kind of get into closing out the show, right? Matt, you have one thing you want to say about LeBron, right?
Oh, he's making his season debut tonight.
Yeah, LeBron's making his season debut.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for LeBron. Glad
probably going to have minute restrictions tonight, obviously. But
yeah,
shout out. Maybe we'll get more into NBA next episode because
we'll get into NBA after Christmas.
Brayden doesn't really care, but it's fun right now.
I was just telling Matt, I was like, I think I like college hoops more than the NBA.
I mean, I only care about college hoops until March.
I know, man. I got to start making my perfect bracket. So I got to start researching.
We do have to. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
One of us is winning that $1 billion.
Dude, if we win the $1 billion,
$1 million, whatever.
No, it's $1 billion.
Is it $1 billion?
Yeah, the podcast is gonna go crazy. There's gonna be some upgrades around here.
Might be a few upgrades for the $1 billion.
That'd be just like a fun episode. We'll do it from the Final Four, and they fly one of us out for having the perfect one. But yeah, with that, we'll close out the show. Thank you everyone for listening. Hopefully this episode isn't too long, but it might be. We kind of tend to go on off topic sometimes. Thank you for listening. Be sure if you're over on the YouTube, like and subscribe to the episode. If you're over on Spotify, make sure you're following us and please rate the podcast. And to stay up to date on the podcast, make sure you're following us over on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at Brodie Pod. With that, we will see you guys next week. God bless. Matt?
Love you guys.
Later.